Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my Saturday rent video. So I did have an eBay video planned for today, but something else came up, and I figured, like, you know what? Let's postpone that for another week. This Saturday, I don't want to call them rants. I mean, they're not always going to be rants. Sometimes you're going to be talking about, you're going to have complaints. Other times you might be talking about positives, but I guess a little bit more of a frustration today. So. Yeah, so we're gonna skip eBay. We're gonna talk about distributors. I do not know what's going on with the distribution aspect of mail carriers because it's become so bad that even I'm getting frustrated. Now, most of the things that I ship out go through post office, and plenty of what I buy is, action figure related, of course. Magazines or the wrestling books, etc. I get my stuff from them through the post office. Sorry, so unprepared today. So I go to the post office, and I really don't have any problems with the mail delivery. And the good thing is, I got this mail carrier, Jeff. He knows me by name. He delivers 10,000 boxes a week to my house, so he's gonna know me pretty well. And plus, everything I ship out goes right in front of my mailbox, and he picks them up every day when he stops by. Oh, that's strong. Oh, excuse me. So I get my packages, no problem. Don't really have any issues with delivery. My buddy Chad, he always talks about how the freaking mail carriers, in his neck of the woods, like to play football with his packages. They're the UPS or USPS drivers. They're the quarterback, and they're throwing a long pass for a touchdown onto his front porch or something. And this man buys a lot of statues and breakable, fragile items. So it's like, wow. I mean, insane. Whenever I ship anything out, I always will protect the item regardless of what it is, but I kind of screwed myself up big time this past week. So I had a buyer. He purchased a Hacksaw Jim Duggan carded from me, one of my duplicates, and acrylic case. I used to think those acrylic cases were so thick that you could drop them off the Sears Tower and they would still keep the item inside protected. So I found a box that was perfectly sized for acrylic case. Obviously, I couldn't throw a bunch of packing material in there. Those really nice, big, thick bubble wrap. I had to use a little smaller bubble wrap to wrap up the acrylic case. And, I wrapped up the box and everything. And it went out. I thought it'd be just fine going out. Guy that buys the item from me, he's bought from me before, so he's a repeat customer. And obviously, the two items he bought from me were like expensive items. So, as a repeat customer, I definitely wanted to ensure his happiness. That way I don't lose his business in the future. He finally, after a few days, opens the package, and he sends me photos, and that package, the box, I'm sure, was fine, but the contents were destroyed. The acrylic case was all shattered on one side. The Hacksaw Jim Duggan card was perfect, or near perfect. Gradable. I think that's why he wanted it. It's so that he could get it AFA graded, and it looked like a cardboard was a little bit, tear off the side, and I was so pissed. Not only was I concerned for myself for potentially losing that sale if he decides to return the item, but as a collector, that hurts my soul to see an item that was beautiful condition messed up like that. So I think that bothered me as much as anything. Like I said, he's a repeat customer. I want to ensure his repeat business and ensure his happiness, and that's not the type of quality I give when I ship out my items. I just kind of made the mistake thinking that this acrylic case would be enough, and so the plastic that I threw around it, the shrink wrap, I thought was good, and it wasn't good. So I guess what I kind of do with my packages, because I have all of these, moving boxes, right? Small, medium, large boxes. If it was like without the acrylic case and just the card, I probably would have put that in the biggest, thickest, bubble wrap you could think of. Wrap it up, put all this extra stuffing in there, protect it additionally. But stupid me, I gave too much credit to that acrylic case. So I ended up refunding him about $150. I mean, it's definitely better than the $900 or so I would have had to refund him otherwise. But that sucked. Hearing Chad's stories, often enough, witnessing that now. And that's not the only thing. I spent about $660 recently on eBay. I purchased it through PayPal, but I met a new seller. I've been watching a couple of his LJN figures for a while, or LJN style figures, and I finally reached out to him and kind of see where it gauged his interest, where he was at financially, and we ended up coming to a deal. And I PayPal'd the money, got the package in a few days. Nice big, mailing box or shipping box. One of those moving boxes you normally get, the big brown ones. And he had a box inside of another box for added protection, covered in popcorn, covered in thickest shrink wrap. It was well protected. And so I open up the contents, right? And I'm looking to get a new pink pants. Yeah, I can finally say I get a pink pants added to the collection. Sort of. But I'm looking for the Hart Foundation. And these things are freaking massive. I mean, literally, it takes almost 2 full heads to get this thing. So they're essentially, they're 2-ups of LJNs, or if you want to base them off of like Hasbro, you could call them 4-ups. But because you're going from LJN to LJN style, we'll call them 2-ups. They're about approximately 16 inches. They weigh about 5 pounds. I think Jim Neidhart weighs about 6 pounds. What I really like about this as well, Zashman, he puts his information on the bottom of this. So I thought that was really cool. So it says LJN Hart Foundation 2-up number 6. I guess the 6 figures he produced. February 2024 by Zashman. And it's got like a little small signature on there. So that is so nifty. I get the package in. Everything is shrink wrapped beautifully. Box looks fine. No damages to the outer layer. And Bret Hart, I got him out second. He was just fine. No issues. Jimmy. This was such a beautiful figure. And here's the thing. This is a legitimate statue. Okay. It's made out of resin. So, when you look at like metal and steel, ceramic, glass, resin, they're all the same thing. Resin and ceramic are about the same thing. Some people might argue that ceramic and glass are more closely related, but, to each their own. This is a legitimate statue. And when you talk about like these compared to like random treasure figures, right? And you're getting certain poses that just don't make any sense for a particular playable wrestling figure. And someone says, well, that's what they're known for doing. It's like the Hasbro Series 2 Hogan with the bear hug. Yeah, he's famous for doing that, but it makes a terrible playable figure. If you were to make it in this format where it's made out of resin, it becomes a legitimate statue, a little trinket to put on your shelves. It's not going to be played with. It's not in its intended purpose. So, getting a UPS delivery a few days ago, being all freaking excited I got this package in, and what you paid a fortune on, and the item is damaged. I reached out to the seller. His name is Rob. Not the same Rob I normally talk about. It's kind of nice that everybody that I know, they're either Jason, they're Robert, they're Andrew, they're, I don't know, who was another big name. But I guess it's easy to remember everybody's name because they all have the same name, so that's something, but it also becomes very confusing when you're trying to remember, who in particular you're talking about. But this guy, his name was Rob. I reached out to him, sent him pictures. He actually offered to, accept a full refund, return. And, he would refund me my payment that I paid PayPal, plus he would cover shipping costs. I'm like, look, I'm not that type of person. I don't want to do that to you. I would hate if someone did that to me. I mean, it did happen to me, but no. The last thing I want to do is take your funds away. Now, it would be a different story if he told me, look, I regret selling them for $600. I think I could get at least $900 for them. Or right after I sold them to you, someone offered me $1,000. That'd be a different story if that were the case. But if it's just simply because they're broke, my other buddy Rob Jackson, I'm gonna get these figures out to him. He said he can fix the hand for me, and his skill set is fantastic. I mean, I've talked about him all the time with all of his different customs and stuff. He's fixed so many figures for me already. Repaired Hasbro figures with missing arms. My Jake Roberts custom Galoob with snake wrapped around. I mean, that broke off during transit. He repaired that for me, so I'm already sending him some stuff. Why not include this figure and have him work his magic? So, but that's what I'm talking about. In the last 2 weeks, I've had 2 packages, one outgoing, one incoming, that were damaged. And it doesn't just say fragile on the box, okay? It's got big, giant stickers, fragile, on the box, all around the box. What was UPS doing when they were handling this package? When somebody says fragile, it's because it's a breakable freaking item. And that is freaking insane that people have such little regard for other people's property. I don't make a lot of complaints about shipping. I've gotten plenty of items in shipment that came in damaged. I talk about my carded Series 3 Tito Santana, Purple Trunks. I purchased that one from where did I get it from? I got it from Canada. It was a guy I purchased from before, and package came in, and the bubble was split in half. It was busted. I reached out to the guy, let him know, hey, it came in damaged, but I wasn't going to do any return or nothing. I mean, especially out of country, no. Throw some packing tape on it, have it bleed in with the rest of the clear bubble. It's Tito Santana. I really don't care about Tito Santana. His figure is horrible, so it's just something for the collection. What do I always say? Yes, I would absolutely love for my series, for all my figures to be 100% mint. But that's not reasonable expectations, so, sometimes you just gotta settle with what you got available to you, right? So, it's just really disappointing to get those figures in, because I don't have a lot of bad experiences with shipping. Most of my experiences, stuff comes in pretty good most of the time. Very few opportunities to gripe or complain about shipping. Sticky. So, what am I drinking today? This is Paul Mason Peach Grande Amber. What is this? This ain't whiskey. No, it's brandy. Peach brandy. Oh, it's drinkable, which is okay, but you don't have to sit there and mix Coke or Sprite or something in with a drink. but it's still, it's not something that like goes down easy. You know, it's kind of funny. During the last video that I was drinking on, I was watching it, and it got me thinking. Like, you watch shows like Gossip Girl, right? Again, I'm a kid of the 90s who grew up watching the WB, and of course WB becomes CW, so yeah, those were all the shows that I kind of, centered around watching. But you always watch these shows where kids are at parties, or you're at, family dinners, or, the social elite are throwing these massive, extravagant parties and whatnot, dinners. And, their teenage children are walking around picking up wine glasses or champagne glasses off of the trays and drinking them. Like, who's not stopping these teenage kids from underage drinking? So I never liked that. And also, every time you watch, kids, or it could be adults too, but I'll use kids as a particular example. Whenever they sit there and they drink alcohol, vodka, rum, whiskey, it doesn't matter what it is. They sit there, they drink it. It looks like they're drinking a glass of water. There's a certain face you make when you drink alcohol because the taste is sour, it's disgusting, and you never see that face on TV, and it's so annoying. I guess when I do drink, I like to drink the drunkenness. Why? Because once you're drunk, you don't even taste the alcohol anymore. Or if you do taste it, it doesn't really bother you. I've been eating much healthier over the last couple of weeks, and keeping myself a whole lot more active. So I've actually been losing a little bit of weight here and there. Probably about half a pound every couple of days. So, but I don't think mixing in a bottle of beer or some brandy every now and then will hurt. So, but yeah, I'm gonna continue to keep eating healthy and kind of divulge every now and then when I need to. But it smells good. I don't know if there's any other type of brandy out there, but the peach one, it's pretty fine. If I wanted to, I could probably polish off that whole bottle today, but yeah, that's not gonna happen. But if you are looking for a good drink, I think this is something that's worth it. Again, it's called Paul Mason with 2 S's, peach brandy. All right, that's it for now, guys. Shoot. Yeah, this video was kind of complaining about mail carriers and their lack of empathy or care when delivering our packages. But I also kind of wanted to get these two ups on video for you guys to kind of see the new collection or the new addition to the collection. So, what is coming up? What's coming up this week? As of right now, guys, not a whole lot. I'm still working on my top 13 favorite live action theme songs. And right now, if I use all 13, I'm probably looking at like a 30 or 40 minute video. Reason being, YouTube has kind of put a halt to my videos. Like my favorite songs, animated theme songs, like they made me delete my number 2 song, which was Ninja Turtles, copyright reasons. And kind of watching some videos today. Talk about if you get like 3 strikes, your whole account's deleted. I'm like, what? 400 episodes plus in. That is a lot of freaking work put into this. I don't want that to happen. So I guess I gotta be very careful. I guess a lot of these videos are supposed to be free use, but I don't know. There's also a lot of videos I've been watching recently, and now that I've got a little better understanding of how to edit videos, there are things for the last couple years I've been wanting to talk about, but just didn't have the means of doing so. So I'm going to start incorporating some more important Rail Chat videos where we kind of look at Karens, and just different topics, different stories to talk about. People are like, what's the one I plan on coming up this Monday? This Monday, if I can get it out on time, I want to talk about, splitting bills. That apparently is a big hot topic right now, so that's something I want to get in on the channel and hear your guys' thoughts. So that's it for now, guys. I guess the splitting bills video and the live action theme songs, my favorites. And we'll see what moves on as the week progresses. Still waiting for, still planning my next Wednesday review video. One of the things I wanted to go back to is relaunch or re-review the Legends of Professional Wrestling, but I don't know if that's going to happen. I kind of want to review something I haven't done a review on previously. Recently, I've been hot and heavy into the NECA Toonie Terror figures. I haven't purchased any new ones recently. Scrap that. I got 2 new ones. I probably had about 10 or so previously, so I'd like to try and acquire as many of those as possible because I would love to do a review on those figures. None of them loose, all of them carded, but still pretty fun figures, I think, to look at. That's it for now, guys. As always, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, goodbye, everybody.